Hello everyone, this is the Mad Salvi letting you know that unless things are proven with Twitter posts and stuff like that and have actual proof behind it, treat everything in this thing as a theory. I will try to mark certain things as news and theory and everything like that to kind of let you guys understand, but also, you know, use a critical mind. And I hope you do enjoy. Moving on to a positive post for these two people because they deserve something since Nijisanji did not give them jack squat. They forgot about them when it came to creating it didn't even have to be a 3D. It could have just been a simple concert, a simple, hey, we're going to have a special event for Obsydia's 3D, like a 3rd anniversary. But no, they're I believe is one of the longest running ones for Nijisanji jyehn, their groups. They just pretty much forgot about them other than the merch company doing the merch company things and making merch for them. I will admit, some of their merch is very cute. I've shown it in other videos. But right now we're looking at the designs. The outfits that they got are cute. I like them. The fishnets and everything like that for Petra and Rosemi has a very cute look. It is very nice. Those buckle boots, I guess you would call them, because they are boots, but they're boots with like not the whole full coverage like what Petra has. I like the designs. They did a really good job. I will give them that, but I still dislike the fact that they forgot about them for the full Obsydia treatment. Generally, these might be my favorite outfits I've ever seen from an anniversary thing. Also, these are the best for Petra and Rosemi to design low-key. Rosemi, maybe. Long-haired and puberty Petra are a beat. I have no idea what that is. I don't think I want to know. Is a toss-up between the punk outfit and Petra's second outfit with the long hair for me. What if you merge them? Oh, that'd be interesting if they got merged. Generally like their outfits from Lazulite's. Their designs are really cute and punk rock. Lazulite's third was way too similar to the second. Moon Halo outfits were better third. Petra wearing caution tape as a belt is pretty unique. For real, love the Gap Moe. Yeah, I really like those outfits. If it wasn't for the mistreatment that they get in Nijisanji, you know, I think they would be, just my opinion, of course, I think they'd be much happier. But they seem to be very happy where they are. I am never ever going to advocate for them leaving if they are happy where they're at. Once they show unhappiness, that's when I'm going to be like, yes, you should probably move on to something else. But if you are happy where you are, I don't really care. You enjoy yourself. You have your good times. You just do your thing as you know, things go. And that is one thing that I criticize other people for. Don't mark them and don't, you know, tell them to leave if it's one of those moments, you know. Certainly are kind of sad we can see Selene as meet in the theme. It really is her vibe. It would have been great to have Selene here, but it seems like maybe there were problems behind the scenes with Selene in the sense of Selene wasn't happy with the movement of the way that the Japanese company worked, and that's why she was doing her own independent stuff and getting artists and things like that. So she is much, much better off where she is right now. She seems happier, you know, after the sad times that she actually did have and were proven to have. I'm glad that she's in some other space. This is a shame. This is something forget about the hyperbole of, you know, like the stuff that's been happening with Nijisanji, etc. This is why I always advocate for the talent. This is why I advocate for Nijisanji getting better and fixing their management issues, fixing their issues of not marketing talents that actually, like, every single talent deserves marketing, and they don't do it. They don't work hard at all to do any sort of marketing when it comes to their talents. Look at this. Ryoma, Clara, Twisty, Denauth, who popped out. 129 for their current, their collab that they did. 129, 160. Those are average, more than likely, CCVs. Also, Aster Arcadia from Nijisanji jyehn, also not getting a lot. This may be normal for them, but it should not be normal for a large agency. I mean, I'm seeing people like Face Connect that are doing better. I'm seeing people like Idol jyehn that is doing better. Why? Because the agency actually pushes marketing for talents. The talents get to breathe and be the amazing people that they are. In all the agencies that I mentioned, even in Nijisanji, there are many amazing talents. But what happens, they get marketed in other places like Face Connect, Idol jyehn, Vispo, those places, they market them. And that's how they get their larger CCV, how they get their audience to stick with them and be with them, because all four of the ones shown here have good personalities, seemingly, and are good, entertaining VTubers and good, entertaining live streamers, and they're still not getting treated well. God, their numbers are sinking down to the level of EI, EN Project and Globy. Globy CCVs aren't that low, bro. Can confirm, Kitty Kitty Volt fan. Below via Lure 2, who should have a disadvantage since given their adult nature. This is what happens when you saturate your own market with a wave after wave. Amazing how Nijisanji any color are their own enemies, and they're the enemies of their talents. I've even seen Vispo EN with better numbers. Q numbers chanting from parrot videos. On a serious note, I don't know PL's numbers, but any indie EN with 2-digit viewers usually would be glad to have viewers break into 3 digits. I would absolutely love, I would love that. But I am tiny. So I can understand if I never break 3 digits, or if I rarely break 3 digits only because of big episodes, big things have happened. I can understand that absolutely. And I don't blame anybody for not watching the tiny ones. But being a large VTuber agency like this, there's no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse. Now, I believe that the title is a little bit overly dramatic with the whole creepiness factor is what they're saying, but they're saying, so this math might not be correct, but if my calculations are correct, his finger is 5.77 inches or 15 centimeters. Hand is on average in the picture straight and 26 centimeters at 35, but he did all the math, holy crap. Found the diagonals, so average made a good range for the approximate hand size. This guy was doing like Rain Man levels math, I believe. So that's kind of crazy, but I will be honest, and I will be even here. You see this in any large fandom. You see this in any large fandom. You see this in HoloLive. You're probably going to see that in Face Connect whenever they show their hands. Heck, you have even some people in HoloLive who are like, ooh, skin. They'll do that. They'll go that crazy. They're like, ooh, skin. That's why do you think a lot of livers have to wear, they don't have to as like for health reasons, wear gloves, but they wear gloves and long sleeves because sometimes the fandom goes a little too crazy when it comes to these things. Damn good detective or both. I can't math right about trigonometry. Get someone going full-blown Mercury rising when a popular VTuber shows their IRL hand. This isn't just to Nijisanji, like I said. Yes, it may creep some people out, but it's not just Nijisanji. HoloLive does this. So yes, if you're gonna be creeped out at every single person who does it, not just at Nijisanji. That's what I'm saying. Every time, I still remember when someone analyzed 2 blurred video frames from the Shorks Agura's Halloween snack stream and claimed her hand length was 2 centimeters shorter than an adult female average. This behavior may not be well adjusted, but actually kind of normal in VTubing circles. Edit. They assumed his index finger went through the 4.3 inches in length, which is wrong. Much shorter than that. All calculations following 4.3 inches would be off as well. I took some math, but it's kind of messy and hard to see the details. You know, it's a lot of assumptions that the finger, you know, if you really want to go mathy on the whole thing, that the finger goes through the full glove. Let me tell you, unless you buy like smaller gloves than what your fingers aren't going to go through all the glove. It's made like universal, medium, long, all etc. Unless it's like, you know, it's specifically created for your finger, specifically tailored to you, you are going to have some missing area there. So pretty harmless compared to Sweepy. And that was ironic. I mean, I really hope it was ironic. Wait till you hear about Sweet Eggs. Oh God. Wait, it was ironic? Don't let it be one of the trans investigators, freaks too, those unhinged phrenology practitioners squick the F out of me. Not everyone in Nijisanji Sisters posts on Twitter needs to be posted in the subreddit. Just ignore and move on. I mean, that's the thing. If you're just going to be doing it to make fun of people, that's another thing. But yes, I'm just here to let you know that this is not only a Nijisanji Sister thing. This is not only a Nijisanji thing. It is pretty much in the VTuber space. You'll see people doing this all the time. They did it with Gura. They did it with Kali. They did it, you know, trying to find, reflections and all that kind of stuff. You get some people like this, and it can be kind of creepy, but it's not just a Nijisanji. If people were wondering if Hex was going to bring his past life into his current life, he did. His new outfit is this, which is his old outfit, I believe, as well. So this is more like, I guess, supposed to be, what the fuck was that on the bottom? I don't know. But Phantom of the Opera vibes, I guess, what it's supposed to be. He has a new outfit to debate today with little promo. And then image for comparison, that was his past one. This is his current one. It's similar, different enough, but similar. It's just this, maybe he likes the design. There's nothing wrong with liking the design, but it does seem kind of a weird thing for Hex to do. I mean, to do this side of the whole thing. It doesn't really fit his ethos. I don't think it doesn't fit his, as far as I know, his character style himself too much. Just seems weird, but if you talk about what his previous life did. Just a little bit of posts that people had around here about Hex. We'll be very honest with you, I forgot this ever happened. The acting focused VTuber auditions. They tried to recruit Sayu, CYYU, which is a voice actor, and told him to, you know, reject all his contracts, get rid of all his contracts, get rid of everything, then he can join them. He was like, you know what? F that. I'm not going to join you guys. They wanted him to give up having a career in parallel to his career with them. Not necessarily stop voice acting, but handle all that through them. So stop voice acting for himself and give them all the money. Not an unusual request at a Japanese agency, but it's wild request of someone who is a semi-successful voice actor before they applied to you. Just one of those things that shows they do not get how foreigners work. Meanwhile, without going into any sort of details, Hollow Yen crowd have been allowed to keep their personal projects. Yes, they have. Here's the difference. Like, whenever you go for Nijisanji thing, let me just give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes. You're required to graduate and give up all your past. With HoloLive, I don't know about Face Connect or any of those, because I'm pretty sure you also have to give up on that. But HoloLive is one of the ones out there, the kind of factors that are a little bit different. They allow you to keep your personal life, your private life, your past life, if you were a VTuber. They allow you to keep those. One rule is you cannot mix both. You cannot mess things up. You cannot talk about your if you are a HoloLiver, you cannot talk about it on your past life, your other life. You cannot talk about your other life when you're doing your HoloLive things. Keep them separate. Keep them as two different entities, two completely independent things, and you'll be fine. I tried to find twin VTubers before because they wanted their own Fuamoko on top of wanting a Gura killer. I think they're now looking for actors to make twin VTubers instead. So yeah, they're trying to get actors to make twin VTubers and things that they want instead of getting the diamonds in the rough. They're trying to find actors to make diamonds in the rough. As you can remember, I did make an episode about this, a video about this, in regards to Idol not paying their freelancers on time. There was one freelancer that decided to go and make a Google Doc, make it public, in order for Idol to fix things. Now, I will say, Idol did apologize and did actually go and try to fix it. Says, apologize for the poor experience and the stress it caused. We're committed to improving and will address this in an upcoming announcement. In the meantime, if anyone has unpaid invoice, please contact us as payments at Idol Company and we will handle it ASAP. Now, here's the problem that I have with this. According to the person that made the first complaint, that put it online, they had gone through this several times. It had been 3 weeks of constant trying to basically get managers to escalate this, like regular managers, like talent managers, getting the talents to escalate things, people on the bottom rung moving it up. There is some disconnect somewhere in Idol that needs to get fixed. I am not going to, again, attribute malice to ignorance or negligence or whatever it ends up being, because it could very well be that accounting effed up big time, because they obviously did, but the people at the very top may not have known. Like, the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing. The people at the very top may not have known what was happening in accounting. Now, is this the fault of the very top? Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because they are responsible for everything that happens beneath them. Once you are a CEO, just like Tanigo Yago, Motoaki Tanigo, takes a responsibility for everything that happens under his wing, on his ship. Also, everyone above in Idol, CEO and below, should take responsibility for this. The ones that are not responsible for this are the managers, the talent managers, and are the talents. They are not responsible for any of this because they do not have a hand in this. Now, everyone above them, everyone that they escalated it to and didn't pay attention and didn't do their job, they are responsible for this. And of course, everyone who manages those people are responsible for making sure that there are proper practices in place, proper steps in place to make sure things do not slip through the cracks like this. You may think I'm being extremely harsh of Idol, but I expected better from Idol. That's the main thing. Yes, Idol, gets a little bit of a pass because they're not a Walker, they're not a, Namazero Inc. or any of those type of people, and a Wozu, any of those really harsh agencies. No, they're not. But this still kind of brings pause and kind of brings me to believe that somewhere there's mismanagement and that needs to get fixed ASAP. Because if you're trying to run a tight ship like that, you need to fix those things ASAP. Luckily, they were informed of this, and unfortunately, it ended up being a very public thing. But yeah, it should get fixed. Of course, as I have mentioned before, Rin and everyone that is in that same sphere of talents under Idol are not responsible for anything that recently happened in the big thing that happened with Idol of not paying the freelancers that are doing their mixing or doing their clips or doing whatever it is. Those freelancers should have been paid within the pay periods that they had, but the last one was 3 weeks, and some people say, she says that she has people who have waited even longer for that. We've worked together in the past, Rin Penrose says, and you've had any unresolved issues concerning payment, DM me here or in Discord, and I'll bring it up to the guys trying to sort everything out. It's the least I can do. I can't guarantee anything. Like, I didn't actually run this by staff before posting, but it's worth a shot. Without the work of our freelancers, I'd be out several tens of millions of views. So I want to make sure you guys get the benefit from your own works as well. This is something that shows the moral and ethical strength that a lot of talents in Idol have, because the person that mentioned the issues that they had with Idol said every single talent they talked to tried to get things fixed. Every single talent even checked with them, like a lot of talents checked in with them to make sure they were getting paid, to make sure that there were no more issues. So the talents did their best, and they don't have much strength at all. They can just escalate it to their managers, which can escalate it above if they remember, because remember, managers are very busy, especially with up-and-coming VTubers. So jyehn Vtuber has integrity. jyehn Vtuber, my beloved. She acts similar to the player having reached the end game of an MMORPG, who next helps the rest of the players play the game because she has nothing better to do. Yeah, she's on a league of her own. Similarly, the same position as Henya was in her past Corp. Says the vibe I get is, though she's conflicted about being far and away the most successful person, she takes responsibility as seriously as she takes anything, and is generally decent and, despite her jokes, professional person. That's what I take from Rin Penrose, absolutely. While the gesture is very nice, the talent shouldn't have to be involved when the issue stems from corporate incompetence in the first place. Exactly. Number one husband, though, jyehn, Bin needs another, whatever that is, concerning that Idol doesn't even keep track of people when they hired, who they hired, so they and their talents ask whoever worked on something for them to contact them. That's so messed up. Found out about Idol EN because of Pochi, and since last December, their company keeps getting deeper into the S-hole comparable to Nijisanji EN. Who the hell are these managers? Pochi said their talents had to do multiple jobs within their company. Total neglect from management. They're absolutely going full on Nijisanji EN route if this keeps going. Yes, if it keeps going. Of course, a lot of times the people up top will not know until issues like this pop up, but you should have steps in place to prevent this. You should have the right people under you to prevent this. And overall, as I've said before, the CEO is fully and completely responsible for everything that happens in that organization below him. Rin Vtuber is a YouTuber, I believe, as well, and they recently got their channels false mass reported by Jealous Creator and her fans on YouTube in May, but then I got my channels back in July. I see other people suffer with YouTube removals and reporting, so I wanted to share my chain of events. This is what happened. They got mass reported by another creator. YouTube removed the main channel for nudity. All my other channels were removed for spam impersonation. I didn't actually violate any of these policies. Sent in the appeals and got denied. Contacted YouTube any way I could, even though the other Google features. The safety team said I'd already been denied, so that's that. Hired a lawyer. Lawyer said this is exceedingly common and I have many clients who got falsely reported and removed by their competitors. Other creators on YouTube with no way to actually contact YouTube. Lawyer confirmed all reports and content monitoring is automated and that a majority of non-violating removals are due to illegitimate reporting. Lawyer contacted YouTube and their legal team. YouTube automated their legal team recently, maybe last 1 to 2 years. Legal team after weeks finally got someone at YouTube. All but the one channel was returned, working on the last one because YouTube returned someone else's YouTube as if it were mine. They're so unorganized, and that is very true. That is not the way you run a multinational corporation. Please share this with other creators who struggle to YouTube reports removals. This is an extent that I and many others have had to go to because YouTube promises partners benefits that they don't uphold, such as creator-supported contact. YouTube is very broken. Some folks are interested in cost. It depends on the legal team you hire. If you paid for the time to write a demand letter to reinstate my YouTube, their work to contact YouTube and cease and desist for the VTuber who targeted me caused this. Same VTuber who still denied her involvement even though my lawyer has all the evidence that she did it. Proof that you can just be existing and creating content, yet someone online will criminally target you with no remorse. That does happen a lot. It happens with me and the Nijisanji Sisters. It happens with a lot of people, most likely. And it says, did you specifically look for an intellectual property lawyer, or how did you go about choosing? They just started searching for social media lawyers. Social media lawyers. Okay, that's an interesting one. It's impossible to get a channel back unless you hire a lawyer. I didn't have any other options, and it took out a large chunk of my income. Apparently, a lot of YouTubers have to do this. It's the only thing they found thus far. That, and maybe if you have connections with someone inside YouTube who can help, that's almost it. Not excited to find out how much this stuff can cost, but thanks for giving me some hope things might work out. There's a lot of legal options when hiring a lawyer, but you have to be hiring the right ones. It's called demand letter to the platform and removed your content. Mine was a bit more expensive, as well as there was a cease and desist letter to the VTuber who targeted me and caused this. So not only did they go for YouTube, once they found out through the legal process who was the creator who did this, they sent a cease and desist to stop them from doing it again, at least actively and publicly targeting their channel. Amazing news for our godchama, Haachama. Her Red Heart, which was her original song, has reached 9 million views. Of course, it is like you see Suisse hitting that, you see Cali hitting that, but it's very, very nice for an original song by Haachama to reach this. I love that song. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of impartial. Like, I try to be impartial, but I'm partial to that song because it was, as far as I know, one of Haachama's first originals, like one of the big originals that she did. It was an English one, fully English. It reached, in 23 days, it reached 1 million. Its first music video to get their channel to hit 9 million views. It took 1,287 days to reach. It took from 8 to 9 minutes. It's basically 600 days. It is a long way to go. It's a long thing, but I love it. I absolutely love this song. I'll have you hopefully be able to hear a little bit of it. It's their first single. I'll get you to the chorus. And that's the thing. She worked hard to learn the English enough to get the pronunciation right, to, do it the way that she wants. And she's gotten it to 9 million views. And this is me, one of my accounts, my older account, my original account, my main account, saying, I come back to listen to this so much over the last year. It will always be a banger. This is me, Matt Salvi Gaming, on my gaming account, which is a little bit more inactive than it is before because, I have a lot of things going on this one. But this is my old one saying, yes, it will always be a banger. And that's what I see. I always see this. I always appreciate this. I always come back to this. This is basically because it's Haachama's first single. It's the first single she's ever done. And she worked hard on it. And, more people should know about it. We have other news here of Kanata taking a break from streaming due to her ear condition. She has, since last week, I've been suffering from severe dizziness and nausea due to Meniere's disease, probably is what it's called. So I've been going to the hospital and trying not to use my computer or smartphone as much as possible and just staring at the ceiling. I'm getting better. I don't have a fever, my throat is fine, and I'm not dizzy. I ate a lot of rice, egg porridge is really delicious. Also, Oiko's yogurt, please wait a little longer. So she's dealing with Meniere's disease. It is a disease of the inner ear canal, I believe, the inner ear. She's always going to have to deal with this. Any moment her hearing could degrade even further than it already has. Makes me incredibly sad. Get well, Kanata. It's like she has a countdown on her, something that seems less and less rare due to vocal cord issues. The co and the after effects, thanks summer 2022. I always feared the ear condition would get to this point. I hope she improves and gets better. It could lead to deafness, I believe, in the worst condition, in the worst situation. That is the worst case scenario. Hopefully it does not happen to Kanata. Hearing loss is a big thing. The dizziness is also annoying, but hearing loss is the biggest risk for her, being a content creator, not being able to interact with the content the same way. Because if you lived most of your life having hearing and then you suddenly lose it, it is a hard process to relearn from what I have heard. I may be mistaken on that. I may be misinformed, but that's what I've heard. The person says I have Meniere's disease in the family to describe it as feeling seasick all the time. Just get BPPV occasionally. Feel that the room is spinning, drunk. I'll leave me crawling around on the floor. Inner ear problems are no joke. Hope she gets the sea legs back. I don't have Meniere's disease, but I do have inner ear issues occasionally where I will get sudden dizzy spells and it will feel like and I'll get vertigo. Occasionally, maybe once, a couple of times a year, once every 2 or 3 months, I'll get just a harsh day-long case of vertigo where I cannot stand and I cannot do much of anything. I wish them luck because it's never fun to have something like that happen. A former end agency VTuber of Lapis Live was scouted again. They scouted independent VTuber Judge Juju, who was part of Lapis Live with the same identity before going independent. Rogue is the wrong word, it's before getting independent. They were Judge Juju before. It seems like in Lapis Live. And whoever it was that was going and trying to scout people forgot that they were a part of their agency. I mean, it's a good thing because that means that they're doing a good enough job that they wanted to be scouted again. A bad thing because, I mean, you already forgot that they existed. You know, there are good and bad things with it. Like, another thing is at least they weren't blacklisted from the agency after going independent. Pretty unfortunate on Lapis Live's side, since it implies that they do not do background checks on people before they scout them, as this could have been prevented if they did some more research on Juju. Sucks for Juju as they thought the new opportunity had come their way, only to be disappointed to see that it was from their previous agency. Based on their previous tweets, they seem to be in a better position now than when they were a part of Lapis, which is good. So basically, the agency memory hole judged Juju so hard they forgot there was one of their alumni. That's not a sign of how negligible Lapis Live treats their VTubers, and nothing is. Never heard of these guys. Who are they? This is other Corpo. Less interesting news of what Nijis is doing in place becomes a VTuber Corpo F up subs. Can we get a translation? The translation is this here. It's being scouted by an agency you left after being with over for a year. Have you forgotten that I was a member of the 13th generation of Lapis Live? Then they continue going here, saying I was forgotten by my agency, but I'm on YouTube. So far, the only thing that's gotten me going is the dark side of VTuber agencies. If you like it, please subscribe. They're Judge Juju here. And here is the translated version of what is going on. It says, hello, nice to meet you. Apologize for contacting you so suddenly. Judge Juju-sama, I am hiring a virtual live agency, Lapis Live. I received a call from the scouting department asking if we would like to hire Mr. Juju. The presiding person, the person who presides over this, was very active, and I contacted him directly. I would be happy if you could read it at the end if you like, instead of just thinking, I got a strange DM from some suspicious agency just deleting the message. We are Arium, live.arium.com. So yeah, they are actually trying to scout them. This is a damn shame because they were already a part of them and they were just memory holed into not existing anymore. A little bit of a funny going on here with, of course, Frieren, and which I love the Frieren manga, and I love the Frieren anime. Literally every member of Hololive's fantasy combined. You have cute dot-shaped eyebrows right there. You have an elf right there. Silver hair, Noel, and a bee from Hololive, Marine. And you have polymerization, and there you go. You have Frieren. That's a little meme for today. It's hilarious. Hello, everyone. Today we're doing another VTuber showcase. This time for jyehn or jyehn. I hope I pronounced it right. I probably didn't. I'm not good with pronunciations, but they are a she/her 24. They are a variety streamer. They using VTuber avatar like everyone else. They are working on keeping a distinct schedule, a consistent schedule. It is very hard when you work and do all those types of things to keep consistent schedules. So let's take a look at the so far stream schedule that they've had this week. They haven't been able to stream so far. So unfortunately, sometimes work gets in the way, life gets in the way. But let's read about what they are all about. It says, it's your favorite Johnny. I'm here to have fun and enjoy company. And they are gaming, watching animes, K-dramas, reading books, manga, color pink, that kind of stuff. They are using, like I said, a VTuber avatar. Let's get a little bit more of a feel, because I want you guys to have a bit of a feel of what goes on in their streams. And here we have the audio of their stream and see how everything goes, see if it's something that meshes with you guys.
To open the item. Wow, he was committed, respect. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh shit, I'm not looking at him. Yeah. Just kidding, I'm not gone. I decided to play, or to look into like Black Desert maybe.
So yeah, that's a little bit of what they were doing. Playing Red Dead Redemption 2 was the last thing that they were playing. Of course, I wanted to give you a good feel of how everything was. And I hope that you enjoyed them, and I hope that you can take a look and just see, maybe if it's something that you yourself want to take a look at. Thank you so much, of course, jyehn, for being a part of this VTuber showcase. And I hope that this helped, at least in a little bit. All for right now. Of course, comment, like, and subscribe down below. Thank you for being here. Of course, I love having the conversations with you guys. I love having these things with you guys. And I do appreciate it whenever you guys do comment. Take a look at my description for my socials. There's a Discord, there's Twitter, there's other places that you can check me out, Twitch, etc. And also check on your screen right now, because there might be a video that you might enjoy. Thank you.